So by now, everyone knows the damage the coronavirus can do to your body. It can destroy your lungs, it can injure your kidneys, hell, it can even take down your presidency. But it turns out the pandemic isn't just harming our bodies, it's also harming our homes.
Are we headed for another mortgage crisis? The slow motion disaster in America's neighborhoods. With more than 21 million Americans out of work, more and more homeowners are struggling to pay their mortgage.
We've seen a big spike in the number of delinquent homeowners since the pandemic began.
Right now, 6.6% of all mortgages are in some stage of delinquency. That's 3.3 million American homes, nearly doubling in just 9 months.
If we don't put money in people's pockets, if we don't extend a moratorium on evictions and mortgage foreclosures, we're going to be seeing millions of people who are homeless in the middle of winter when disease is rampant. We're going to see people who are being forced to go to work even if they're sick because they need to put food on the table and pay rent. And that is unconscionable.
Wow, guys. 3.3 million American homes is an insane number. That's like if everybody in Jamaica was suddenly homeless. I mean, they'd probably be chilled about it because they have so much great weed and great weather, but still, it would be very inconvenient. It's truly amazing that the American government, the most powerful nation in the world, has failed its people so badly. I mean, it almost feels like they tried to one-up the damage Corona was doing.
I'm going to cause a massive public health crisis.
Well, then we're going to cause a massive economic and housing crisis.
Damn, you guys are cold.
But while the pandemic is causing millions to face a mortgage crisis for the first time, housing instability is nothing new for Black people. In fact, it's something African Americans have been dealing with long before the coronavirus. So let's find out why in another installment of If You Don't Know, Now You Know. It's no secret that white people have had an easier time getting ahead in America. But one of the most important reasons for this might surprise you.
For millions, owning a home remains at the heart of the American dream. But many Black Americans have been left out.
A new report says just 44% of Black families own a home, compared to 74% for whites.
Owning a home is the way that most people develop wealth. It is the way that for years and years and years, people have been able to pass something on to their children or pay for their education.
It's part of the reason the average white family has about 10 times the median wealth of a Black family.
The gap between white and Black homeowners is greater now than it was since before the Fair Housing Act of 1968, when segregation was legal.
That's right. The home ownership gap is worse for Black people now than it was in segregation, which is insane.